Yo, yo, yo. He's back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And honestly, I did not miss a single thing the past 2 days. I missed like what I missed like one setup. That's it. But yeah, feels good. Feels good. Feels good. We'll get at it in like a minute. Let me just let people know I'm live. If anyone actually sees that, if they don't, it's cool. Dude, my tooth hurts so bad. Someone having my tooth, and it was hard to sleep last night. It was hard to sleep last night. What's good, Kevin? How y'all doing? How y'all doing this morning? Basically, I wasn't live yesterday or the day before, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not going to be as active. I'm not gonna be as live. I'm not gonna be live as much, especially if I don't need to. I don't need to be live, especially like where I'm at. In my like I've been saying this. I don't think it's really beneficial for me to be on live if I'm just gonna be watching price chop. Like I don't gotta be on the market 24/7, and that's like recently or in the past I was like, yo, I'm gonna be live for the whole day, but I really don't think that's beneficial. So I'm gonna tone it back just a little bit, and we're just gonna chill when it's needed. Like it's simply just gonna be that we're just gonna chill. I'm gonna hop on live when it's needed to be. When I don't need to be live, I won't be live. Getting that out of the way. Basically today we had unemployment claims at 8:30. Kind of yesterday was a day. You had all that stuff about like GameStop and AMC. Y'all know what I was saying? That one guy, there's this one guy in the live streams like 2 weeks ago that was saying something about AMC. He was warning about AMC, and then AMC ends up like ripping. I don't know anything about that. Well, I guess I do know a little bit about it. AMC and GameStop. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't even give this any attention. Like it's just for people that want to gamble. I don't need to do this. So NQ and ES is all you need. But yesterday was an interesting one. Just expansion the whole day, pretty much. 8:30 news, distribute. I had like a whole MMXM review if you want to watch that. 8:30 expansion, come back retracement, and then just expansion for the rest of the day. You have a little area of reaccumulation here, and then that's pretty much it. What's good, AOD? How y'all doing? But basically, we approach all time highs. I have the standard deviation projection to where this is a possible retracement reversal area. Our time is soon. Hopefully. I mean, I'm in no rush. I've been saying this for a minute. Like I'm in no rush to get it. I'm in no rush. So I'm taking this at whatever pace it takes. Is my Wi-Fi bugging? There's no way. I got like an extension for it. But yeah, this market maker buy model is completed. So with that being said, I doubt there's gonna be much action. I'm just gonna hop on here. We're gonna chill for a minute. Is my Wi-Fi bad? Let me know for real. It was me. Okay, because I don't want my Wi-Fi to be bugging. But basically, you have this whole imbalance here that we could rebalance to. This is gonna be a daily fair value gap. Most likely, we'll put in a daily fair value gap here. So I don't. We're not gonna retrace all the way here and take this low. I doubt that's gonna happen. We're gonna create a daily fair value gap here. So this candle could be it's more likely than not gonna be have a wick like here, and then maybe we could see more expansion higher today. The reason I think we could have expansion today is because YM has yet to take these highs here. I think that we could see a continuation on YM because ES and NQ have taken these highs. So using like the six sister approach, but we are in a BPR here, so this area could act as some form of resistance, some form of speed bump on YM. So keep that in mind. Overall today, I'm expecting just to be bullish. I'm not gonna come in here. I'm not gonna predict a top in the market. I don't think that that's something that you should, or at least I'm not gonna do. This standard deviation projection does line up kind of nice to buy side here. We have taken buy side, so let's see what we're good. You're good. Okay, Wi-Fi good. Bad. Appreciate it. How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Let me know. I know I haven't been as active recently, and I haven't been as active on Instagram, but I mean, I don't got to. You know, I'm kind of just chill. I've just kind of been chilling. I've been putting a lot of work, and I don't want to say that like, oh, I don't like to come on here, and I don't want to like say that I'm putting all this work when I'm really not. But I have been putting in a decent amount of work recently, and I've been doing a lot of back testing. I've been watching the 2023 mentorship, ICT's mentorship, and I've been doing some damage out of that. Like I started it maybe like a week ago, and I put in a decent chunk into it. Like I've been watching a lot of ICT recently, so that's what I've been doing. But yeah, I would highly recommend watching the 2023 mentorship. What I've been doing is I have FX replay here. And then, like, while he's teaching, like, throughout the mentorship, I'll have it pulled up on FX Replay, so I'm pretty much doing it like I'm live with him, and that's been very beneficial. I'm gonna post my notes. I'm gonna post my notes when I'm finished with them, but I don't know. I posted someone else's notes that are a lot more concise. But yeah, I have been grinding. These are just my notes that I've been taking and following along with it. So I'm gonna post these when I'm done with it, but I might not because the notes that I posted in the Discord are a lot better than my notes. So you'd find a little bit more value out of that. I mean, my notes are more personal, and then those other notes are more like general. Like if you wanted to have a shortcut to it, then I would just watch that. I don't know. A lot of people say ICT rants too much, and he yaps. But I'm not gonna lie. Literally every single minute of his mentorship, I've found value out of. And I feel like it's just arrogant to say that, oh, he's yapping all the time, but you're really getting someone with 30 years of market experience. You don't want someone to yap in your face that's been within these markets for 30 years. For me personally, I would love that, and I found value out of it. What's good, Evan? How you doing? On in Winstreet, you got the moment. There's multiple low resistance liquidity running for my POV after those news embargo. Sorry, my tooth is bugging, but yeah, right now accumulation. Do we have an SMT at these highs? Sorry, I haven't. I've just been yapping this whole time, just because I don't really think that there's gonna be much. If we had an SMT at these highs, this could have been a nice entry. It doesn't look like we have SM. Maybe with YM. Yeah, you have SMT with YM here at these highs here. We've been very bullish. Dang, my tooth hurts bad, dude. It like hurts to eat and stuff. SMT at highs here. YM fails to take that high after taking buy side here off the daily chart. Just looking, if I were to take a trade like this, I would just be looking for this hourly gap to get rebalanced. Like that's the at most is what I'm looking for. Come up, news manipulates. I'm expecting more expansion here into this hourly gap here. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm expecting. You also have this low nestled within there. So that's why I'm not choosing to use this whole fair value gap. I'm just choosing to use this cuz this portion of the gap hasn't been filled. And this would kind of go your open, low, high, close type of protocol you have here on the daily candle. Open, low, and then you're expecting a high, then close. Just looking for a rebalance in that 1 hour. I think this could be a decent trade if you were to take it. That's the only trade that I kind of like this morning. But kind of just a slow, choppier grind here. This could be an area in which we do form SMT. We could have maybe a smart money reversal if ES has rebalance to that gap. See, if you look at ES doesn't have a gap to rebalance to. I mean, this gap here would that be an SMT for value gap? No, that's a different gap. Where's this gap on ES? Okay, so notice on NQ we formed a fair value gap here, but on ES right here we never formed a fair value gap. We had an immediate rebalance. That shows you some divergence. Do you stream every day? Recently I haven't, but in the past, yeah, I have. Usually I stream every day, but recently I've been down a little back just because, for me, like I'm there was times when I was streaming like 5-6 hours, which is okay, but I think I'm gonna dial it back just a little bit, especially for like just me being live for like 6 hours every day. I mean, maybe when I'm like a better trader, but for me, I'm here to grow. I'm here to learn. I'm a student, and I like sometimes when I just hop off stream and then I'm able to like do other things freely, I feel a lot more accomplished throughout my day. You know, like I get why people like to chill on here and watch people live stream. I definitely get that because like it's so nice. Just like, I mean, I guess if you can just watch someone else while you trade, and you're able to get value out of that, and I want to get to a point to where I'm truly able to provide like real value. I'm able, well, not that I don't provide value, because I feel like I do provide value, but you know, I'm trying to get to the next level, you know, in my trading, and for me to do that, it just makes most sense for me to not be live every single minute, you know. Look at that new day opening gap filled. Or what is this? Yeah, that is, sorry. I was tweaking. I was expecting this to be like a different day. I was thinking that this was going to be Thursday. So I was like, it's Wednesday here, then I thought this had to be Thursday. But yeah. Look at that new day opening gap getting repriced to. Market's trying to reprice these inefficiencies. There's no inefficiency for us to reprice to on ES. Like, we already repriced to that one. On NQ, we have this inefficiency to rebalance potentially. We'll see what happens. I can see us rebalancing here. On ES, we just rebalanced this. New day opening gap. So you got to keep that in mind. On ES, we don't need to go lower. On NQ, we could go lower to rebalance this. So unless if there's like a big SMT here, I wouldn't really look to take anything. Do we have SMT at this low? I mean, I guess we have like an SMT at this low here, but I don't like that because it's not like an intermediate term low. You're going to have better SMTs at intermediate term lows or highs. So right here, like if we have an SMT at this low, it's going to be a lot better because it's intermediate term low. Like here, this isn't even a short term low. So, I mean, I guess this would be maybe. Kind of have divergence there. I'm still expecting us to reprice here on ES, or on NQ. We have filled that new day opening gap. I'm gonna mark out this new day opening gap just because it's prominent. I was actually watching a lecture on this the other day. The only time you really want to use new day opening gaps are when they're prominent. They're not gonna be an everyday thing. And look at how well this is getting respected. Look at the bodies of the candles, respecting this perfectly. And so this could be a nice confluence throughout the day. This new day opening gap. I would definitely have this on your chart. Alright, so I'm gonna have this on my chart. Have the new day. Wait, did I do that in right? I did it on the 15-minute chart. I don't think I have that in right. Yeah, it's right. Okay. Dang, bro. My tooth is bugging right now. Amazing. I'm learning too. I don't trade forex or your strategy. I've been following you for a while, and I like. Hey, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be live throughout the year for sure. I mean, recently, within the past week, or the past like month, honestly, I've been a little bit gray around the edges. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been as consistent, and I've kind of been switching up a little things with like how I'm posting content. But I mean, how I feel it is, I honestly, I don't really want to post on Instagram too much anymore. I started posting on Instagram like 5 days a week, or 5 times a day, but I honestly don't need that. I don't need that. I don't even want that toxic energy, you know? Instagram is just a little bit toxic, and I don't know if I necessarily like need to post on there. There's a lot of toxic stuff on there, and like the only reason I really need to post on Instagram is just to feed my ego to get more followers. That's all I would really need to be doing is by posting on Instagram. Like for me, there's not much value that I'm able to extract out of just posting on Instagram. I mean, I guess I would be growing my following, but for me to post on Instagram, there's really no real reason why I need to do that. The only reason why I would need to post on Instagram is for me to build my following and just to feed my ego, you know? Just to get another dopamine hit of reaching and achieving more followers. That's the only reason why I would post on Instagram, and honestly, I'm not really a fan of Instagram and social media like that. So that's why I've been dialing it back. Not to say that Instagram's all that bad and stuff, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just yapping. Fair value gap. New day opening gap being respected perfectly. Do we have an opening gap on ES? Or on NQ, sorry? Let me just pull up my indicator. Oh, we're actually within that right now. I mean, on NQ, it's not as prominent. Like, how many points is this? It's like a 1 point gap. I'm not really going to use it. We are within that gap right now, though. That new day opening gap. And we have this inefficiency below us. And this is just a stop hunt, I think. I think that this is just a stop hunt here. That's valid. I also made a lot of improvements after losing all the other distractions. That's what I'm saying. I might delete Instagram. But I'm gonna still have it. I'm probably still post. Do you know Kuthao? I think I do. I think I've seen him. I think I subscribed to him just because like he's doing something similar to me. So it's like, that's sick. But yeah, I think I do. You should remove your watch list. Yeah. The only reason why, yeah, you're right. Especially if I'm live streaming. You guys are literally copies, bro. But I should reach out to him honestly. I feel like I could help him a little bit. I knew you. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like if I keep on posting on Instagram, I'm just gonna reach more people, and that would just feed my ego more, just because I have more people watching me and more people tuning into me. You have the same collab. I'm not gonna collab with anyone. I'm gonna stay in. I'm gonna stay in my. I'm gonna stay in my bubble. You know. You can call that antisocial, but I don't think it's, especially me where I'm at now. I don't want to like collab with anyone at all. Like I think that's just silly. Or like I was gonna take a deal with My Funded Futures, and I was gonna go and partner with them so I could be able to give away fundeds, which I think would be a good thing, and I still can, but I don't know. I don't think that. I don't think that it's beneficial to really partner with anyone, especially like when I'm young and like I don't know. I don't need that. Like the only thing I would do would just be getting like a possible check and then be able to give you guys funded accounts, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know. I'm just gonna stay in my own lane, just keep on doing what I'm doing, and just don't worry about any of that. You know, it all work out itself out in the future. All right, right now we have a volume imbalance here, and then we're possibly gonna have a fair value gap formed here on ES. We just repriced this fair value gap and look at the bodies of that, respecting that nicely. Ideally, I would have liked this to form a fair value gap here. I don't really see any clear sell side. I mean, we kind of have these lows here, but I think the reasons to go lower are more on NASDAQ to reprice to this 1 hour fair value gap. You know, you have this 1 hour gap here. I think the reasons to head lower are on NASDAQ. I'm gonna be wait for 10 o'clock to really formulate anything, and then I have been doing a little bit of back testing on Silver Bullet, and I think Silver Bullet's definitely a Silver Bullet's nice. I'm expecting a fair. Well, obviously, we're probably gonna create a fair value gap here. So we could get something like this at 10 o'clock. This would be a decent trade setup. In terms of narrative, SMT highs, we don't really need to go higher. We've just taken the draw here on the daily time frame. I mean, I don't like it just because it's more counter trend. It's like IRL to or ERL to IRL. We just take these highs, external range liquidity back into internal range. So I wouldn't like this trade setup. SMT displacement lower. We have this 1 hour inefficiency we need to reprice to. The reason why I also don't love this trade is because ES doesn't have a 1 hour inefficiency, but we probably have a 4 hour. Ooh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's that new. Excuse me, that's that new day opening gap. Look how we just repriced that. I mean, we do have this imbalance here below us. Ideally, I would have liked to see an SMT between ES and NQ here at these highs. We didn't really get that. Wait, how did I just do that? Ooh, I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, this looks pretty bearish. I'd be more bearish than bullish just to see these imbalance get repriced too. How old are you? I'm 19. It's National Day tomorrow? What do you mean? Bearish? Yeah, I'm starting to be a little bit bearish here. The thing is with Silver Bullet is if you have a clear draw on liquidity or any midterm high or fair value gap, we'll hold price into the draw to sell side. Yeah, Silver Bullet, from my understanding, is just like obviously you're not going to use any fair value gap. Yeah, it has to have context, but basically you're just putting yourself in time intervals that we're likely going to push to the draw on liquidity just because those candles opening up. So when you have that nice strong liquidity and you know where price is going to go, you just use time to your advantage. And that's pretty much what Silver Bullet is. And Silver Bullet also is, it's a time-based model, but it's also the second stage of distribution within a market maker model. So you have this. That would be your Silver Bullet. You see how we're engineering a low here? We engineered a low here below this 1 hour fair value gap. That to me looks pretty bearish. The fact that we engineered a low here and we have bearish displacement here, this looks pretty bearish. The fact that we were able to engineer a low here, stop on a dime before heading to this gap here. We stopped on a dime and then we're heading back up to possibly a 1 hour bearish fair value gap. Does that not? That seems a little bit suspect in my opinion. I'm watching 2 more live streams to collect sentiment, just like what ICT teaches. What do you mean? You're watching 2 live streams right now? Honestly, just go around to every single live streamer and see what they post. Check Discord. Nice. What was that on? EU? It looks like a nice model. Bro, my tooth is insane right now. Oh. And just understand, y'all, days like today are ideally when you don't need to trade. You don't need to trade today. PM session is probably going to be a little bit better. I don't know. I don't know how long I'll be live, but I want to be live a little bit longer today. I really do. I kind of want to stay on live for a little bit longer than I have been recently. And kind of get back into the thing of things because I actually it's Norwegian National Day tomorrow. Norwegian. Cool. Cool. What even does that mean? Is it like a Chinese holiday? Like that Chinese parade they have with like the dragons and things? Do they have that? So it'd be like 4th of July for US is what I'm thinking. May 17th? Nice. I was thinking about it. Do you know where you are going to be in a year from now if you just stick to it? Do you know where you're going to be in a year from now if you just stick to it? Like, just think about it. If you stick to what you're doing right now, if you stick to what you're doing every single day, if you wake up, you get going after it, and you actually chase it, you do that consistently for a whole year, do you know where you're going to be? Do you know the type of trader you're going to be if you keep on putting the work like you have been? Like, that's just some motivation. Just real quick, just some motivation off the top of my dome. Do you know where you're going to be within a year? Like, do not rush it. Like, you think that you need to get in here, you need to get funded within the next week, you need to have a funded account within the next month. No, bro, chillax, pause. The market's going to be here within a week. The market's going to be here within a month, within a year. Do you realize that? The markets are still going to be here within a year. Like, for real. The markets are going to be here. ICT concepts are not going to change. Like, the whole market isn't going to change. The algorithm's not going to change. Because, why do you think so? There's so many people that come in here, and there's so many people that don't even trade ICT. There's so many people, large institutions, that have greed. People have greed. People have fear. Even if everyone knew ICT concepts, people would trade them differently. Think about that. Like, I used to fear that the algorithm's going to change or they're going to change some stuff, but that's not going to happen because think about it. Do you know how many people already have a strategy that isn't ICT? Do you think they're all of a sudden just going to change their strategy? They're going to try to learn ICT? No. They have their strategy. It works for them. Support and resistance works. Trend lines work. Yes. It's all about how you manage your capital and how you risk. That's all it is. That's all this game is. And the thing is, 90% of people are not good at that. 90% of people don't stay disciplined. 90% of people can't manage capital. And that's why I'm taking a break, because I realized that, hey, I need to get my mental right. I need to get my mental straight. I have been lacking a little bit recently. So I'm just not going to take a trade. I'm going to chill back. I'm going to pause, because I know that, like, I got time on my side. I know that, like, all the work that I've been putting in isn't just going to go to nothing. Like, me showing up isn't just going to go to zero. Me coming in these markets every single day isn't going to disappear. The markets are going to be here. It's always going to be another day. So on a day like today, okay, we're at all-time highs. We just took external range highs. Just chillax, bro. Take a deep breath. If you think you need to press a button today, just chill. Just chill. Just chill. Like, within a year, today is not going to matter. Unless if you let it matter. Does that make sense? Like, today, would you want to look back on your career and think of that you just blew up today? Like, why would you want to blow up today? No. Like, you got a year, you got time on your side, just chillax. Take a deep breath. Trading is one of those things to where, like, especially me, like, I kind of want to rush it. I want to be profitable because I don't know. We simply don't know, because, like, anything can happen. Trading's kind of new. It's a career path that's kind of new, Like, especially nowadays with technology, TradingView, FX Replay, all those stuff that's kind of advanced within the past, like, 3 years. Trading has become a lot more accessible. You can go on Robinhood and you can easily put in a trade. So with that being said, don't rush it. All right, literally look throughout this whole price leg. Not one fair value gap. Not one fair value gap has been created. Maybe on the 5 minute we might create a fair value gap here, but literally not one fair value gap has been formed. And look at what price is doing here. We're not forming this fair value gap. We're not forming a fair value gap here. This could be an immediate rebalance. Possible immediate rebalance here on the 1 hour. Bro, I have my US visa interview for F1 visa in 1 week. You have your US visa interview for F1? I don't even know what that means, honestly. I don't know how trading will work when I travel. That just puts into perspective in my eyes, like, how grateful I am. Like, the fact that I live in America to where it's easier for me to trade. Like, I know, like, some of you guys are from different countries to where, hey, it might be a little bit harder for you to trade, or I don't know how that necessarily works for you guys, but all I can say is I'm grateful. All right, we're coming back up to this fair value gap here, this 5 minute imbalance here. We're not creating a 1 hour fair value gap here. This could be an immediate rebalance to this high here. 5 minute, we also have this order block. This would be an area of fair value. So if you look at this, you had buy side delivery here, then you had sell side delivery here. What are we missing here? We're missing buy side delivery up here. We've now offered buy side here. So therefore, if the markets want to go lower, they'll go lower here. If the markets want to go higher here, we'll continue to head higher here. And I actually would like a trade here. I think it's a little bit early. I want to see displacement lower to validate this. You have that 5 minute fair value gap here. You have that 5 minute order block, which is fair value. Price doesn't really need to head higher here. We have the SMT kind of confirming that. You have accumulation. Manipulation, and then distribution. So therefore, price doesn't really need to head higher. We have SMT confirming that smart money reversal, and we have now engineered a low right below this fair value gap. So that seems a little bit suspect. You also have this low here that's kind of sticking out. That is that fair value gap. So I think price is more. It's more likely that price will head lower than higher here. It's a game of probabilities. That's all trading is. So I want 10 a.m. hour to open when that 4-hour candle opens, and then I want to see displacement, and then I want to see a fair value gap. Simple. If that doesn't happen, then I won't look to trade. Or I won't look to hypothetically tape read this, but I've been tape reading recently, not trading, so. I don't know what to do about my tooth, though. Like, this thing, hurts. I'm thinking longs. I mean, if you have your own conviction with it, don't listen to me. If you have faith, if you think something's going to happen, don't even listen to me. Like, literally turn my shit off and then just trade yourself. I should not affect you at all. My trading should not affect you at all one bit. One bit. But if you want to bounce ideas and see what I think that's also good. It's also good to think both sides because, hey, okay, maybe this guy's thinking one side. Maybe I didn't consider that. Okay, you're thinking longs. Okay, now let me analyze the long aspect of this. Now, that's what I love about doing this. You have a different idea, so now I'm going to see your kind of bias. You have, I don't know. I just me personally, I can't really see longs here. Let's look at ES though. We've repriced to this volume imbalance into this new day opening gap. We still do have this 4-hour inefficiency below us, and we have had bullish order flow. I wouldn't like to fade the current trend. We've taken all-time highs though, so we're at all-time highs here on ES. We've come back down to that volume imbalance, and I don't know. It's hard for me to really argue longs here because we've taken buy side here. And I guess we have taken this sell side pool here. We have this liquidity that we have taken in that new day opening gap. This now creates a dealing range. I like shorts here. I still like shorts here. We've taken both buy side and sell side on ES. We've repriced a new day opening gap. What's this imbalance? Oh, that's a 4-hour. I want to wait, and I want the market to really show me, If we get displacement lower, then I would be more open to take a short, or I would be more open. We do have divergence here. NQ making higher highs, ES making lower highs. That's your divergence there. What fair value gap is that? Is that? Oh, that's that 1 minute fair value gap. Yeah, this looks a lot more bearish than bullish in my opinion. Just look at how we you see how we have a PD array here? We have a 1-hour PD array here, and we put in a low right above that. That to me screams bearish. And this is just engineering liquidity. That's all we've been doing here. Now, I respect you, man. I like to listen to. Appreciate it. Yeah, I would agree. Displacement lower to confirm the idea. Right now, it's just 10 o'clock hasn't opened up yet. So, just be a little bit patient. Overall, what is the market telling me? The market's telling me that we probably want to head lower here. You have the SMT at the highs. You have this SMT. We took this major buy side. We took major buy side here. Did we end up taking that high? Yeah, we did. We took a buy side all the way up here. This is just rebalancing price, in my opinion, to then distribute lower. So We'll see what happens. 10 o'clock's about to open here. We are within that 950 macro. Um, ICT said himself, 950 macro starts 950 to 1010 is when we're going to start that morning move. And I'm trying to find how I want to trade. And I think that trading from 10 to 11 might be my sweet spot. That might be what I'm really looking for. Because every single trade that I've ever taken, or at least that I have data on, that I've really back tested, most of my wins have come from those morning trades, those 950 macros, the 10 o'clock, the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. I enter then, and then that's when most of my wins happen. So I think I might just only trade that window and then just collect data on that window and then just really hammer down the 10 to 11. What's good, John? What's good, John? Because when I go throughout the day, like, yes, there can be opportunity there, but I mean, becoming profitable is all about just cutting out the stuff that you don't need and cutting out the stuff that's hurting you. And sometimes when I come on here and I come on here and I try to get a PM setup or something like that, it just doesn't work out. The RTH gap. Where did we didn't really even have a gap here. It was this. For me, I don't really like using RT. I don't have too much conviction with it. For me, regular trading, I know ICT likes it a lot, but I don't really love it. It just doesn't make that much sense to me. Still waiting for the silver bullet. I would agree. I want to see a fair value gap. I want to see displacement. 10 a.m. candle just opened up, so this would be a good opportunity. I do think that we might get a short. Overall, I'm favoring more a short setup than a long setup. I don't see displacement, and then if we get displacement like this, pull back, I would more be open to taking a short. Overall, there's not really like a clean breaker that you could frame off of. I mean, I want to see how price develops here. Like, we could just chop here for the next like hour. We price does not need to move here, you know. We're just in between two imbalances here, and we're within a 1 hour imbalance. Or we have a potential. I mean, I guess. Ooh, that's kind of suspect that we didn't tap this 1 hour for value gap at all. All right, let's see what happens. How you doing, son? I'm chilling, bro. I'm not gonna lie, my tooth been like acting up. I don't know what happened. Oh. You need a 30-minute class session with me? What do you mean? I got mentors. Yeah, I think I'm going to the dentist next week, so we'll see. Shit hurts. All right, this could be something, but I honestly don't think price is ready yet. Look at ES. Unless we get like big displacement, I wouldn't really be open to taking this. We haven't created a 15-minute gap here at all. There's no 15-minute fair value gap. There's no 1 hour fair value gap. There's a 5-minute. So this would be IRL to ERL. To these ERL lows. Woo! You be studying too much, you're forgetting to. I don't know. No, I don't think it's that. It's like I got my wisdom teeth removed, and then there's like this one tooth that like needs to come down, and then I think my tooth is starting to come down, And then it's just like I don't know. Just keep my mind off of it. Let's look at the charts. Let's study the candles. See the candle's price. Notice zero displacement. Zero displacement. No fair value gap. No trade. I want to pull up YM and I want to pull up DXY. I think I have a chart for that. Oh, also in terms of daily profile. I don't know if I like Asia high day. I don't know if I would like that type of profile, you know. Especially how bullish we've been. This looks very mid. This looks very mid overall. Let's pull up DXY. Oh wait, I literally just looked at the 5-minute time frame on YM. That's all I did. That's crazy, bro. I'm thinking I'm getting the whole. We've yet to reprice this 4-hour for again. I think price is gonna come down to this 4-hour. It just makes sense. It just makes sense, you know. In order for price to really head higher here, which overall bullish. So what do we need to do? We need to generate liquidity on that way lower to reprice this imbalance to then get that move higher. And then this would be your market maker buy model. But seeing this, like I don't think we're gonna come here and then skyrocket again. Like I don't think that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna engineer liquidity on the left side of the curve to then have that smart money reversal in that 4-hour fair value gap. That's what makes your market maker buy model. So right now, I think we're just on the sell side of the curve to deliver lower prices. Holy, I just sound like such a brainiac there. Overall, dollar looks like we could retrace here. You have this nice supply zone. You have this nice supply zone here. I'm playing. This area is balanced. 50% of that should hold. All right, let's see. Overall, I'm not gonna really analyze dollar. Overall, dollar's bullish right now, so. Or I'm talking about like on the 5-minute time frame. Dollar's bullish, so I'm not gonna overanalyze that. Oh shit, bro. I just totally. Yeah, like expected. This fair value gap could be a possible entry. Nice little 30 points. I would look for this fair value gap. Nice little 30 points. But look at ES on that new day opening gap. Look, that just looks algorithmic, you know? We also have SMT here now at these lows. It's not that clean. I'm still bearish. Institutional order flow entry drill here. Stop at that high. Dang, bro, my tooth. I heard something today. It really hit me. Silver bullet or swing trading are the best form of trading because basically you're still employee for the charts, spending much time. I would agree. This also could be AMD here on yes, AMD. Is that 4-hour that I have marked? Reprice that 4-hour imbalance. Personally, if I were to trade this, I don't know if I would take this trade. I would wait because this has a possibility to frame a bullish setup here on ES. So Just overall order flow has been bullish, so I wouldn't like to fade. I wouldn't like to take a short in this environment unless it's crystal clear. And then right now, just by ES, like algorithmic, look at the body here, algorithmically to that new day opening gap. So I wouldn't really feel comfortable taking the short here on NQ. Obviously, the overall framework though, it just this structure, this short could play out, but we'll see what happens. We'll just read this tape, but overall, I'm leaning more bearish, but also know that just how I view price personally, I don't think it's something worth like really taking. You know, it's just something to read. But that first fair value gap, between 10 to 11, that's your silver bullet. It makes sense. Also, look at this wick. Constant encroachment of that wick's being held here. So, I think that this could be a sell here. I think it could be. We'll see what happens. What's good, Tino? Check AUD. I will in a second. I want to see how price reacts here. And then I will in a second. That move right there, I was looking for the day. I did not manage to catch it, but for everything now, it will be lower probability. That move right there is what I was looking at for the day. Yeah, cool. I might just be... Yeah, I maybe go on with your day. But also I would know that I do that a lot to where, you know, okay, the ideal move happened. So therefore I'm not really going to look to, or like I give up in the charts. That's what I do that a lot. I give up on the charts. Like the ideal move, like the low risk entry happened. So therefore I just delete the charts. And what I'm trying to get better at is like all you need is 5 points on ES and 20 points on NQ. That's all you need. And I would say the 2023 mentorship is helping me with that a lot. All you need is 5 handles, 5 points. That's all you need on ES. So therefore, okay, say maybe you missed out on that ideal entry, you can look to possibly get in again. Yeah, I think we're going to sell off here on NQ. It just makes sense, you know, there's overall framework and bias and context around it. Just seeing this, I wouldn't really get discouraged, but just know that on ES, you know, even this SMT doesn't look as clean. ES has taken these lows. NQ hasn't. On NQ, the lows are over here, though. If that makes sense, it's not as clear in time and price. Back up to that order block here. Oh my gosh. Explain new day opening gaps. Does it happen? Yeah, it happens on anything. Anything ICT says works on Forex, crypto, but ICT doesn't advise crypto, and then obviously indices. But new day opening gap it's like new day opening gap. It's just an inefficiency. And all new day opening gap is just a higher time frame volume imbalance. That's all it is. That's all a new week opening gap is. A new week opening gap is a daily volume imbalance. I noticed that. Like you see this Friday to Monday, that's your new week opening gap. It's just a volume imbalance. Like if we go in here, this will be your new week opening gap. It's just that volume imbalance on the daily. And they will get referred to throughout the week. With new day opening gaps, it's important to only use them for you only want to use them throughout the week. Like I would stop using this after probably tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday. New week opening gaps though, you can use 5. That's what ICT recommends. There's a wild opportunity cooking. If conditions are off today, I would agree. All time highs probably not the best. So we chill. It kind of sucks that we're going into all time highs again. It's kind of depressing. I'm not gonna lie, as a trader, it's kind of depressing. So that makes me even more wanting to stay off and not place a trade at all, which is likely what I'm gonna do for like 2 months. I think I'm not gonna trade at all for the next 2 months. I might extend it, or at least until we come out of all time highs. And I know there's opportunity. I know there's always opportunity. I know that you can take trades off a 15-minute structure, 1 hour structure. Okay, cool. But for me, bro, I'm just gonna wait, and I'm going to give my journey some time, because everyone has a different journey, and everyone's able to take their journey at a different pace. A lot of people, or at least I used to try to rush my journey, and that did not work out for me. So I'm really taking it slow. I'm really taking a deep breath, and I think that's gonna be a lot more beneficial in the long run, because why do you want to rush it? Why do you want things quick? You know. There's no 5 minute gap. We only formed this 1 minute fair value gap here, and now we're just chopping. Woo! My tooth, bro. My tooth. My tooth, bro. I do want to. I don't know if I'll show that, but I really do think that the best way to learn is to have your own journal. And I just started this advanced backtest log. Advanced backtest log. And what I'm really doing with this is like really going in the charts and really seeing what actually happened. You know? The best journal is your journal. The best journal in the world is your journal. The best story in life is your story. And yeah, that might sound selfish and arrogant, but it's true. Oh, check AUD USD. I got you. If you're still here. Dang, I feel like a boomer right now, right there. AUD USD. Ooh, dog, my. I think we're gonna reprice here. I think we're gonna head to this mitigation. I would. I don't love it, but I would look for shorts. I'll be kind of bearish. Damn, GameStop and AMC tanking. Could you imagine looking on Twitter, seeing people making money off of that, and then being like, "Oh, I'm gonna make money off of it too." And then you go in the market, and then you lose all your money. Just chill. Just chill. Just chill. All right. So what have we done in price? We come back down to that new day opening gap perfectly algorithmically. We formed an SMT here. It's not the cleanest. And now we're getting displacement higher, so the draw could be this high. We've rebalanced this 4 hour fair value gap. We're bearish on higher time frame. This could be your low a day. It would make sense. In that 4 hour fair value gap, that's what happened. For me personally, I'm waiting. You also have that narrative that Asia high day. I don't really like Asia high day, especially with this. So I do think that we will take high day here. It now looks bullish. I've now switched over bullish bias. We've taken both buy side and sell side. Now we're getting displacement. We have this volume imbalance here on the 15-minute. We now have created a 5-minute fair value gap. I'm expecting this to be a breakaway gap. I think you now could kind of look for longs, but I'm not gonna trade it just because it's just not higher it's not high probability. So like, well, I'd like to trade it. Like we can go either way. I'm just gonna chill here. Overall, this does look kind of bullish. I'm gonna leave. Might come back soon. Hey, have a good one. I don't know how long I'll be live, bro. My tooth is bugging. My tooth is bugging. Ooh. Yeah. Overall, though, I just don't like the narrative that we've left this imbalance here. I don't like that narrative on NQ. So I'm very loose, and with price action like this, it's hard not to be loose. We have this 5-minute fair value gap. It looks like we're gonna respect it, and it looks like we're gonna have displacement lower. Then we create a long wick here. We fail to take this low here. We form SMT, and then that's kind of what happened. Let's pull YM. YM failed to rebalance as well. And YM has now taken Asia high. YM just took Asia high. Order block entry. I don't like YM looks ugly. Look at that. We failed to take lows and then we just displaced higher. Order block. We ripped. Alright, let's see what happens. This isn't high quality at all. PM session might be something. But I don't know. We're in all-time highs. Just sit back. Just grab some popcorn and just look at what price does, Okay. Hypothetically, you don't take a trade at all for the next month. Like, that's what I'm doing. Hypothetically, you don't trade at all for the next month. Even the next 2 months. Even the next year. You just collect data. Every single day, you go back and you see what happened in price, okay? You collect data and then you see what happened, okay? And then you truly try to understand what truly happened. You go in there, you go into the charts, in hindsight, after you've watched it live, and then you see what actually happened. What could I have done better? How could I have positioned myself? How could I have actually capitalized off this? You do that for a whole year. Do you think that you're going to be a better trader than just trying to go in there, trying to make money, and then not really put in the effort to really find out what happened because you get emotional about your entries? I think you're going to be far off better. And that's just my stance on it. That's how I view it. Like, hypothetically, if I went in there with a funded account, I try to get funded. It just makes more sense to me in my journey, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh, bro, my tooth. Okay, we've now traded above this high here. I'm expecting this to possibly be a mitigation block here. We do have this high up here. I'm expecting us to head to. That's Asia high today. Well, that's Asia high. New York AM reversal after coming in that 4 hour fair value gap. I still think it's suspect. The fact that we didn't rebalance to this 1 hour gap on NQ. Keep in mind though, we just had a large range day yesterday. Large expansion. What is price more likely to do today? After having a, how many points was this? 300-point run in price. What are we likely to do more than not? We're likely to consolidate. We're likely to not see very much action today. So that's what I think is gonna happen. I think we're just gonna have consolidation, and I don't think it's gonna be very pretty. But it could be. It could be the best price action you've ever seen. Took my partials. Hey, nice. Sentiment was very. Nah, you're crazy, bro. I see what you do. You're a sneaky guy. I'm not gonna lie. You're smart. You're smart. Do you go into other live streamers' live streams, see what their sentiment is, and then just do the opposite? Because you probably have a pretty damn good win rate. Go into live streams like I do, like go into live streams like me. See, I'm providing y'all the juice. You just gotta fade what I think. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. I like that. Was it this for value gap? These now become manipulation for value gaps. You have this SMT. Wait, am I on the right chart? Yeah. You do have the SMT here. These now become manipulation fair value gaps. Form that SMT here. Off of that new day opening gap, gets respected perfectly. Fair value gap, boom. That would have been your silver bullet. Personally, I don't find any. I can sleep comfortably at night knowing that I didn't really look to engage in this. It's just not the highest quality. The best confluence here on this is algorithmically new day opening gap gets respected to the tick. Look at that. Look at that. To the tick. Look at the body. Respected perfectly. SMT at those lows. Displacement, fair value gap. And also you also have this idea that Asia put in the high day, or technically, I don't like that. I don't like Asia forming the high day, especially when we consolidated all Asia. We just consolidated. If Asia expanded lower, then I would be more comfortable seeing this as Asia high day. But I do think we will come up, and I think we will take Asia high day. So with that being said, you can still capitalize off this move. I do that a lot to where you don't get filled right here, so therefore you can't take advantage of this move at all. And let's see, you now have this inverse for value gap. We're now closing above, using that as inverse. You also have this mitigation. You can pull that, drag that out in time. You also have this fair value gap here. I think that this fair value gap combined with this order block combined with this mitigation, combined with this kind of inverse fair value gap, I think that this could possibly be a decent entry, but I'm not really going to look to take anything. Like I said, it just doesn't look high quality.
You had large expansion yesterday, so therefore not really looking to take anything.
Oh my! I honestly might hop off here for a minute, or I might stay on here a little bit. I don't know. My tooth is just it's bugging. It is really bugging. Ah. Oh. Yeah, I'm probably gonna head out in like 5 minutes, bro. I want to lay down, dude. And I'm completely fine with and content with that because I know the charts are not gonna do anything at all. Yeah, I'm gonna head out here. I don't feel the best. Hopefully y'all have a good rest of your day, and I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna live stream tomorrow. I might even if I stick to these for like an hour. Like I think an hour, just hopping on here for an hour, just giving my overall bias. Just hopping on here, just watching Kale's paint on live. Like I don't gotta be live for a whole like 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. I don't. Even if I hop on here for like an hour, I think that's chill. But I'm gonna definitely probably just be live at least for an hour every single day. But I'm gonna tone it back just a little bit. I was doing like 5 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours a day, but I'm gonna chill back just a little bit. And I really do appreciate you guys. I really do appreciate you guys following me on this journey. And I think we got good stuff coming over here. I can sense it, I can guarantee you it. But I'm staying a little bit more patient recently, and I'm just gonna let time. I'm just gonna let time speak for itself. Just chill and yeah, that's what I think. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. Have a good one.